Hi, today I'm going to talk regarding anger management, and it's a different kind of emotion and how to manage the anger. So, to start briefly, what we have to understand what is anger. So, anger is a completely normal, usually healthy, but it's a human emotion after all. So, if it gets out of control, it turns destructive. Problem could be work, personal relationship, and overall quality of life, which is affected. This emotion overrides you. It makes you unpredictable and powerless when it comes to a person, and it is also powerless to handle. Anger can be caused by the external or it could be an internal event. Like I'll give you an example of certain external. If you are angry with your co-worker, if you are angry with your supervisor, if you are angry with your friend or a colleague or somebody who has gone against you, that is the thing which is from the external event. And sometimes the anger is also internal, like we have various kinds of emotions. Some of them are like worrying, sadness, or sometimes it could be that certain things that has not gone according to the expectation. Then we keep on brooding memories of the traumatic and raging events which trigger an anger. So this is an algorithm which I would like to explain it to you. When an anger episode comes, it is not that every time a person has anger, but there are certain episodes which comes and it goes. But when does it become a problem? When it is uncontrollable, when it is irresistible. So when there are work events, there are A, B, C of anger. That means something which triggers, or it is called as antecedent of an anger. Like fairness that you did not get, justice that you were expecting and you did not get. Then sometimes we have certain set goals that this has to finish on this time and it did not happen. Or certain interpersonal conflicts with your friends or with your family, spouse, colleagues, and also sometimes with your bosses. So this could be some of the triggering events that I'm just letting you know. It could be many others. So that person goes into an experienced anger, which is subjective, physiological, or cognitive, meaning to say that a person experiences and it keeps on coming in again and again. It shows certain symptoms that is physiological, like burning sensation. It could be a high racing of the heart, palpitation, or sometimes just in an outrage, you would hit something. So that is more physiological. And cognition or cognitive, the process of thinking just stops. And that goes into your behavior or expression. So expression or regulation, which is that time it is uncontrollable. And the consequence, what it happens, that when you think back regarding what had happened few minutes back or an hour back, that is like you analyze your whole event again and again. So certain moderators influencing the anger episode. It could be in an individual level that a person has particular trait of getting angry or particular gender, like in males, it is said as they get annoyed or angered due to certain reason. And for women also, when the things does not go well at home or in work sphere, then anger might also come in. So sometimes it could be gender specific. Dyadic, it could be two-person getting into status difference or ego violation. Those could be one thing. Organizational emotions or norms could be another thing. Or the culture which has not gone. Like a person has a particular way of saying it, the other person did not agree. So this could be because of the cultural differences or sometimes the language difference. Like a person was saying in Assamese, the other person could not understand somebody from South. So it could be also leading up to anger. So what happens in anger? Ultimately, we are humans, so it affects the relationship. So anger can result in domestic violence, people who are around the angry person tend to shut down in order to that he cannot think any further. Others get their feeling hurt. The person who is pointed out is hurt. Other people become defiant, become indifferent, avoids all the loss, respect towards the angered person. So there are certain positives of anger as well as negative. Emotions are emotions. So there are certain positives too. So positives of anger is like the certain task could be finished on time because of the increased energy, or clarifies doubt. If in assertiveness, a person very timid can become assertive when his anger and his work gets done. Solves problems, take charge of the situation. These are the certain positives of anger. But if you see the balance of positive, the negatives weighs much more. So negatives are disruption of thinking, unnecessarily defend yourself, and becomes aggression. In aggression, there could be loss of things, or in certain times, you also lose the person that whom you were very close to. And that it becomes a long-term impact. So loss of insight is being seen as a negative connotation. So if you see, there are certain problem-solving techniques. So whenever a person is angry, he needs to curb down by counting in a reverse order or counting in an ascending order. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. If he counts up to 100, for children it is the best, then automatically that emotion will go away. For adult, it could be reverse order, like 100, 99, 98, 97, 96. And he comes in a reverse order till 1, and automatically the anger emotion also comes down. Because it is an emotion, it can be dealt accordingly. Number 2, it can be like when anger comes, think before you act. It can be prevented. Take your time out or go to your shell. Go out of that place, change the place, and go in different direction and sit there for some time, drink water, pass the time, and then you come to the same scenario, your anger will be gone. Third, take deep breaths, time to relax and calm yourself. So after that, you need to do certain relaxation techniques if you know, or you can just calm down and just think over it, that what had gone during that phase. Last, it could be walk away. Think for a good solution, walk away or sublimate. Do something so better or something so different that your anger does not come to the surface anymore. So managing the physical arousal. Progressive relaxation can be done. Like there are few tips. If you can go to the net, you will also find how it can be done. The muscular relaxation, step-by-step approach. Deep breathing exercise. In this, you can take your palm and keep your palm in your stomach, and then near the diaphragm, when you can just feel the sensation. So deep breathing is very important. If it is done, then the arousal of the physical anger will go away. Guided imagery. Always go to a place where it can be very, very peaceful. Sometimes you can think of a temple, think of a church, think of a mosque, or whichever gives you pleasantness sensation. Just bring it to your eyes, bring it to your sensation. Next would be a mindfulness meditation, here and now. And do not judge on any kind of sensation, just observe the sensation in a non-judgmental way. This is called as mindfulness meditation. Or it could be relaxation tapes, like there are various music, Zen music, there are various music of the flute, music of the santoor or saxophone, which would be very relaxing to various people who love music. And there are certain people who like music per se, and they can go into their lightness of their own melodies. Those kind of melodies which they like, they can go into those kind of music, and then they can find it beneficial to them. So last but not the least, anger is one letter short of the danger. So DANGER. So if you delete the D, then anger. So do not go into anger nor danger. Thank you so much.